is back. Sam and oh God, what's up with you? Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper.
You know what I'm saying? So talk about that, y'all impact of the city of Houston and Texas in general. And do you guys feel like you get the credit you guys deserve? Not to make it a negative question, but how are you perceived, I guess, in the city? And do you feel like you guys are just, do you get your just due when it comes to making y'all mark in Houston's music history?
Yeah, most definitely. But the crazy part about it is, like, when you say H-town, they're thinking about us. So if you're on the radio live somewhere and you say H-town in the building, H-town, they're gonna think we're there, and half of the time we're not there. so it kind of it kind of like it was like a good thing and a curse, because at the same time, when you mention that name, we're not in the building. They mad. They like, I thought H-town was here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then the main thing, the mayor, we just not too long got the mayor gave us our day. I think 2000, like a couple of years ago, 2019, he gave us our day.
Dope.
So that was a great honor from the mayor to give us our own H-town day. So that was some acknowledgement, and the main reason why we did it to help put our city on the map, to let everybody know. Everybody at the time, Houston was kind of known for the ghetto boys, the filth, more the gang banging side or the thug side of us, but. So we want to bring the love side, to show the romantic side of H-town. So it's like the ghetto boys contribute more to hardcore, like, hey, don't play with us down here. But then H-town, we want to generate like we can love you and make love to you and treat you right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like show both sides of Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Dope. All right, so I'm gonna ask you this: do you guys know? Did you know R. Kelly? Have you ever met him? And what do you feel about him being found guilty?
No, I don't. I think I met R. Kelly once. I don't really know him personally, but for me, I just think I'm saddened for just all our superstar heroes. I hate the fact that it's another one of our superstars or mega stars where their legacy is tarnished. It's like it's like a lot of time we don't get a chance to see our Black superstars go out with a great legacy, like Michael Jackson. His legacy was a little tarnished. Whitney Houston, Bill Cosby. So I feel more like, it's I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on it, but I think that's what saddens me more than ever. It's another one of our people, superstars, that's not going to better go out on top again, and his legacy is tarnished from allegations of what he did. So that's my main part. That's how I kind of feel about it. I just hate that it's that another one of our superstars not going to better go out. Now when you think about R. Kelly, you're not going to think about the legacy and the music no more. You're going to think about what he did. Like almost like Whitney Houston legacy was tarnished, and Bill Cosby. So it just seemed that's where my sadness come in for that situation.
Good point.
Indeed. Let me ask you about Dino again, because we never get to ask, or we can't have the opportunity to ask him about his thoughts on the music industry or anything for that matter. Can y'all share with us, to the best of your abilities, what his thoughts overall was with the music industry in general, the business side and things like that? Because I know from a personal standpoint, I was nowhere near on the level of you guys, but the business almost made me fall out of love with music in general. I had to really find myself again falling in love with music, because the industry was just so messed up, and me learning about it just kind of put a nasty taste in my mouth. How was his perception? How were you, all three of your perceptions of the music industry as you traveled through it?
Well, I think Dino, when we started off, it started off as a good thing and fun thing. But I think before it was all over, he had he had a little bitter taste in his mouth about a lot of money that we didn't receive, or money that was stolen from us, or we didn't receive. I didn't understand the business. But so his take was more on trying to figure out how to get better deals. But if he was here today, I think he'll be very pleased and happy, because it's like, me and G.I., we've been doing our thing, and it's been pretty good. Yeah. So, we can only imagine if he was here, it'd be like, wow, it's still big and doing well, but it'd be probably 5 times, 10 times bigger if he was here, you know what I'm saying? But the way we run business now and the way things going now, I think he'll be pretty pleased with it. But back then it was more like, he was a little, somewhat salty, but I don't think he wanted to get out the music business. I just think he was more like, I got to figure out a way for it to be better. It got to be better. I can't do it this way anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like tit for tat. I mean, it's like, you gotta understand when you're a boss, it's gonna always be somebody that's trying to undertake you or get more from you than giving you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I perceive it. So every little bumps that we had in the road, I was expecting it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was always aware of my surroundings and what was going on and what was going on in the industry, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even with that, even like we've had people try to come in at our highest and just try to take one member out the group. Like, you should be making more. You should be making more. I can do this for you. So there's a lot of that going on too. So it's pretty crazy. They try to divide and conquer.
What keeps you guys around so long? Like you guys still doing the thing. What we talking 20, 30 years later now?
Yeah.
How keeps you brothers going so strong? And
well, mainly just the love of it, man. We love the love of it, and also just to keep the legacy of my brother alive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The legacy of my brother and the love of music that we like, and the fans. The fans still love it and want to hear it. So we just like, hey, we don't want to let our fans down. And sometimes it's almost to get paid for something that you damn near probably would do for free. So I think it's a blessing with it itself. But the better thing about it now, we're a little bit older and wiser now, and that we're able to make better decisions for ourselves than back then when we was kids.
Right.
Definitely talk about the state of R&B today. What the hell happened to R&B like it was back then? Like the message is totally different now. In your guys' opinion, what do you think? Obviously you still got some of your people that kind of do it, but it's not like it was back in the day. So if you guys can just break that down and give me your opinion on what happened to R&B.
Go ahead.
I think the change is like everybody is trying to find their way in, and everybody's looking at the person in front of them, saying, I need to be like him. So let me make a song like that. So a lot of the artists are coming out sounding the same, but it's exactly alike. So you don't know who is Chris Brown or who is this person now, because they got like 4 other people that sound just like them, So it's like they trying to find their way, but they don't know how, because the way the industry is structured now, it's like they're not going basically off of talent anymore. They're going off of YouTube streams and how many followers you got and all this different type of stuff. And it's not really no more A&Rs at record labels anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not even really it's only like maybe 4 record labels left, 4 major labels left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it has fell into the wayside, and people just trying to find their way, and they just can't figure it out. But reality, being original is the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Everything takes time. Everything takes its course. You know what I'm saying? It might take you 2-3 years to achieve your goals, but you have to go through. You have to stay the course and just go through whatever you have to go to.
To hear good R&B group music, you have to either go back to you guys' era, you, Silk, Shy, Boys II Men, Guy, or the era after that, Drew Hill, Jagged Edge, Next. To hear good R&B music from a group, where do you see R&B group music going, and do you ever see that kind of making its return, or is that extinct when it comes to new people kind of coming out and making their name as an R&B group?
I think it'll eventually come back around. I mean, everything's always recycle itself. And one thing about our era is already starting to come back, because the younger heads are starting to sample our music.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to sample our music, or using slang, or using some of our 90s slang, or trying to do something like us. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's coming back around just by people sampling our stuff. And so it's gonna be somebody gonna say we got to bring that back, and then we got us still around touring all over the world, selling out, shows. So I think it'll come back, 100% and 100-fold.
All right.
I think a lot of the corporates, the people at the top, has to give them that opportunity to bring that stuff back. A lot of them Or just sticking to what's the youngest are listening to now. So they playing what the youngest want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And you try to come back with this grown sexy R&B. You know they still stuck on what the little youngest want to hear. You know the little youngest. You have to understand like you have more than young. You have different generations that are listening to your radio station. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, uh, radio station was a lot of radio stations owned by one person. You know what I'm saying? One person this station, one person over here. Now it's like owned by corporations that owns 200 and 400 radio stations. So it's not as distinctive like it was back then. It's like every station is playing the same 8 songs. So
Yeah.
people feel like I need to write a song just like that to get on the radio.
That's a fact, man. Well, definitely appreciate having you guys. You're good. I mean, H-town here on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man. You guys can drop, your project, anything you got coming up,
Yeah,
and your social media handles, and anything else you want to say. The floor is open.
Yeah. Well, you can follow us on our social media on IG at H-town for life, HTOWN, the number 4 life. And you want to see your personal page today?
Yeah, my personal page is at Shazam of H-town.
Yeah, mine is at G.I. Jackson. And also get that new album, that new EP that's out right now, Date Night. It's all over YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's everywhere on all social media platforms. So check it out and get ready for the 90s Kickback tour. We're going to be coming to a city near you very soon.
Awesome. Any versus battles coming up?
Hey, we waiting on somebody. We willing to battle anybody.
That's what's up.
how's that gonna go though? Y'all gonna get on the mic and go live? Like that's their own shit. How? Or y'all gonna sit back and play records? Like how would that work?
We probably go live. Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be great.
That's what's up.
That's another conversation for another day. Vocally, you can go, man. That'd be dope.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll be ready.
That'd be dope. Hey, personally, man, I just want to thank y'all. Appreciate y'all time, man. Y'all got me. I was tearing up females with y'all songs, emotions, and shit in high school. So I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. As OGs, it's a pleasure to be able to sit here and speak to y'all now, man. The legendary H-town in the building. G.I. Shazam, and rest in peace to the late great Dino on the podcast. Salute.